This is question 6.3, and it's a little bit, it's finding a general solution. Okay, and it takes a few steps and a bit of thinking. Now, there's 4 or 5 different types of doing general solutions. One of them is just a matter of getting the everything in terms of one trig function. See, this is sine and cosine. If you look at this sine squared, one identity you can always use, and it's often helpful in Canadian trig identities where we have to use the reciprocal ones. Anyway, I found myself using it a lot. Sine squared is really 1 minus cos squared. The most basic one we learned in grade 11 is sine squared plus cos squared equals 1. So if you see sine squared, you could rub it out and put that. And then you go, oh, now it's all cosine squared. Let's just work this out. This is 6 minus 3. That's positive 3. That's minus 6 cos squared plus 7x. Well, we don't like negatives, so we multiply everything by -1. Hey, now it's just a matter of factoring this. Now, if you want, you could put a, b, and c in the quadratic formula and figure out that cosine x is 3/2 or cosine x is minus 1/3. Your calculator will give you that if you put a, b, and c in the calculator. But I know the only way to get 6 cos squared is I just tried 2 cos x and 3 cos x. It could be 1 and 6, but not likely. And then I just tried different combinations of negative and positive. Well, there's minus 9 plus 2. I just looked at the factors there, knowing that I have to put a 3 and a 1 and have to make it negative, and that's it. Minus 9x plus 2x, that's it. And now 3 cos x plus 1 equals 0. If you solve that, you get cos x equals minus 1/3. If you solve this, you get cos x equals 3/2. But your calculator will tell you that cosine of x, if you put this in your calculator and go shift cosine, it'll just tell you error because all the values of cosine function are between -1 and 1, and you know that. You can do that basic math. So this is just no solution there on that side. Okay, now you put that in your calculator and you get 109.47 degrees. And that's your answer for one angle. But you know with cosine that it repeats itself every 360 degrees. And so k, it just has to be a positive or negative integer, and you get every possible solution. Well, there's an answer that's in the second quadrant, 109.47, there it is. But another answer is that angle that's in the third quadrant, negative 109.47. Now, both of those, that's your second, plus or minus 102.47. This is like 2 different equations, and there's all your solutions. Don't be scared when you look in the government memo and they give it to you like this. They say 109.47 degrees or 250.53 degrees. Well, you see this 250.53 and negative 109.47 are exactly the same angle. They're exactly in the same place. So it's either way is correct. This is a little simpler to write. And that's the general solution equation all done. The general solution equation all done.